I've been watching a lot of anime recently. I've been reading a lot of manga. So let me put y'all on to some of the hottest shit you could be reading right now. Some of the biggest, bestest shit you could be reading right now. This is my AniList page, and this shit is turned. I'm telling you, my AniList page is some of the best shit you can be reading right now. Best shit you could be watching right now. And yes, there's some stuff that I haven't gotten to. When I get to it, you guys are gonna be the first people to know. So let's start out with some of the basic stuff here. We got Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man, I read all of Chainsaw Man. I'm still reading Chainsaw Man. I'm on part 2 and that shit is fire. If you're not watching it, which I know you probably are, you should be. Fantastic directors, just a great staff the whole way through. Episode 4 was a real landmark for the series and really sort of planted its feet into it's really got its grounding now. This is around the time in the story where it really starts picking up. Eminence and Shadow. I don't normally watch isekais, but this is one I've been enjoying so far because it's strange. He's like King Gaslight. All he does is he gaslights these women in a thing, and there's a big cult. And as someone that's been gaslit into believing in Christianity, I think this is also pretty cool. This is it's a pretty cool one. I'm not sure exactly where it's going because the way it's written is so fast paced and strange, and I think it's cool in a lot of ways, but I've been waiting to see what all the Kino is about. Because people have been hyping this up, people have been saying it's amazing, but so far it's alright. Oh, this is do it yourself. I fell a little bit behind on this one, but I've been watching this show and it's pretty cool. It's got it's a cute girls doing cute things show, and in this show they're like building stuff. They're like building chairs and sheds and stuff. So far we've been building our crew, but DIY is awesome. It's super stylized. It's super cute. If you're into cute girls doing cute things, you should watch this. Mob Psycho season 3. What can I say about Mob Psycho that hasn't been said by 50 million fucking people? Mob Psycho is fucking awesome. All right. You don't get Reagan Arataka cheating on his wife in the middle of a season in any other show. You just don't get it. You just don't. And Mob Psycho 3, the 3rd season of Mob Psycho, has been pretty cool so far. Now, I think season 2 may be a little bit better. I don't know. So season 2 just felt so much more impactful, but I feel like there's still much more to go in season 3. And the plot that's been going on so far has been pretty interesting, but it hasn't really outshined season 2 for me as of yet. But I know it's Mob Psycho. I know it's good. I know it's great, and I'm excited to watch more of it because Mob is fucking awesome. Oh, Blue Rock, Lock Off. Blue Lock is pretty fun. I remember I started reading the manga a while back, and I was like, man, I don't really feel like reading this didn't really feel like reading it because when I see the characters moving, I'm like, I would love to see these characters moving in motion. So I decided to wait, and boy, was it a great idea. Boy, was it a fantastic idea to wait. Show's been so great. This show has got edgy boys. It's got willpower. It's got I gotta be the best. If you like being the best, which I know all you shonen niggas do, you would love this. You're gonna love this series. It's fantastic. Romantic killer. Now, this show has got some controversy in the shoujo community. I don't even know if it counts as shoujo, to be honest, but there's this girl. It's great. It's a good show, and I feel like it's on Netflix. I know a lot of you have that for some reason, but the show has been so great so far. I've only watched a few episodes, probably like 2 or 3, probably only 2, I think, but it's so fun and it's so exciting to watch. Yeah, it has a lot of tropes that it says, oh, screw you, trope, but then it does the trope. And I don't know, I think it's just a really funny and just fantastic show. And if you're looking for something a little bit more lighthearted, something to just sit back and enjoy, a little bit of a rom-com, you can chill and just and just have fun with, I think Romantic Killer is a really solid pick. I was talking about some of the manga I've been reading. Yeah, I didn't address these because these are shows that I've just been sort of going through at my own pace. Spy Family, you guys want to know a little hot take I have about Spy Family? I don't really like Spy Family. I think Spy Family kinda sucks. Not that, okay, let me take it back. I think Spy Family is okay. Now, I don't use this word often, but I'm gonna use this word the way it was intended to be used. I think Spy Family is very mid. Spy Family is a middle of the road. It's very just like cookie cutter so far. I haven't even completed it. I haven't even got that far in. I got like 8 episodes in, I think. Probably is marked different because I've been trying to watch it. I've been trying to watch it more. I promise you, I've been trying to watch it. I've been trying to like it. But my God, does it just feel like the most fucking appeal to everyone, most fucking basic baby ass anime. And it's good. Yeah, I'm sure it's good. It's good. Like I can see why it's good. I can see why people enjoy it. But it doesn't do anything risky. I don't feel like it does anything truly makes it feel different. You know what I mean? I guess what does it have? Like a relationship between adults? That's probably the most different thing this series does than other anime series. And one of the things that I really appreciate it for, but I do think this series feels like one of the most focus grouped series I've ever seen in my life. And it's not bad. I mean, it has its appeal, but whatever. It's just not for me. I guess it's just not for me. So what have I been reading? Well, I'm glad you asked. So if you look here at my AniList, you can see sort of priority in which I've updated chapters in terms of which I've been reading. So we're gonna go from here. Maybe let's go from here to Tokyo Revengers, which is the most recent thing I've updated as of today. And I'll go through them. I'll be quick. Trust me, you don't have to hit the right arrow. So this is Demons of the Shadow Realm. This is by the mangaka of Full Metal Alchemist. And she decided to come back with a brand new series. And I think it's pretty cool. Now, one thing that's interesting to me is there's some characters that remind me of some other characters. Actually, cut that out. I'm gonna cut that out. Don't forget I said that. You can just see from this character how the characters look. You'll see characters in this and be like, that is a Full Metal. Like, we've seen her before. We know who she is. I don't really have to show you, but I will. I think it's okay so far. I think it's pretty okay. It hasn't done anything truly groundbreaking yet from where I've read. And I gotta continue it because I promised to read it. And I will read it. I really will. It just hasn't really truly captivated me yet. Ooh, Nine Peaks. Nine Peaks is a delinquent time travel series. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, it's fucking, But this is from Katsuhiro Hirakawa. This guy did all of these. These guys did the delinquent manga people like and respect. It's pretty cool so far. I think it has tremendous potential, and I really, really wonder where it goes. We don't have any official translations of it because Delinquent series getting official translations is basically impossible. It's never gonna happen for some reason, because for some reason Japan thinks, oh, people around the world don't want to read about delinquents, and I don't know why they think that, because they're awesome and great and cool. Even though they'd probably beat me up and take my lunch money and kill me, I think it's pretty cool reading their stories. There's a side of Japanese culture, it's a side of Japanese life that we don't get to see in plenty manga. So it's pretty cool that there are more coming out. I know that this guy did the time travel delinquency thing before Tokyo Revengers, but I haven't read them, so I don't know. But Nine Peaks has been great so far. There are like 5 chapters translated, and I'm excited for more of it. I think it'll be really good. I've been having a good time with it. And if you like fighting, if you like delinquency, if you like cool boys doing thuggy shit, you should read it. Now this one's for the ladies. This one's this one's for the ladies. So this is a rom-com manga about these two people, and one of them he loves gaming, and the other one she loves she hates she wants to make her ex-boyfriend jealous or something. So she's like, oh, I love you, and he was like, oh, I love leveling. So I'm sure they are gonna grow and be fond and love each other. I've only read a bit of it, but it was really enjoyable from what I read, and it's got an anime coming out. It's pretty cool. Oh shit. Next up is Leviathan. This isn't even a manga. This is a manhwa. This shit is Korean as fuck. You guys know AOT, right? I don't have to explain to you guys what AOT is. But like this person says here, this is Jaws meets Attack on Titan. Now, I agree to that to a pretty good margin. There's a whole civilization around the whole Leviathan and crazy sea monsters that exist. They have to fight them and go crazy. It's fucking awesome. They got big swords and they cut them. It's pretty cool so far. And I've been trying. I've been actually I haven't even been trying to catch up. I read it like almost half of it, and I haven't finished it yet. But I think it's a solid manhwa read if you want something that's action packed, something that's fun, something that's crazy that'll surprise you. I think Leviathan is a good read. Her Summon. This is one I started a while ago, and I don't really remember much of, but apparently it's finished. I heard the ending was rushed, but it's one I want to read. It's one I want to continue to read. It's fantastic. I can tell from the art and the writing that it's gonna be fantastic. You know, this guy was doxxed, like he was a child predator because he made some joke. Um, not the you know, it sucks. You know, he made a really bad joke, and people said, "Oh, you're a fucking child predator fucker. Oh, your life is over." And then he got summoned, and it's like, oh, great, oh, shut in otaku story. This guy's got a bag on his head, and he like romances this girl. It's sort of like how I wish I could approach women, with a bag over my head, and they can like see me, but they still love me because they love my personality. But that's not how it works. That's why I wear a mask instead. I wear a mask, and they can only see my pretty ass eyes. And they say, "Oh my God, you're so handsome," and I say, "Haha, yeah." And I turn off the lights when we have sex so they can't see my ugly face. Gotcha Kuda. This, this, for all you shonen heads, for all you shonen guys out there, all you guys that love you little battle shonen, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this series. If you like Soul Eater, you like this series. You know why? Because this person was the assistant for Fire Force. And if you didn't know, Fire Force is done by the guy that did motherfucking Soul Eater. So I'm not sure what else you want me to say to sell you on. The art is fantastic. Look at this PV. Look at this PV. Look at this. So the art is so defined. There's big chunky outlines. The action is dynamic. There's crazy fucking fighting styles and techniques. There's all sorts of colorful character designs. Like no other show has designs like this. And it's dark, you know, it's dark, it's got that energy. It's got a whole lot of energy. It's got a whole lot of look at my boy Rudo. Look at my boy Rudo. Don't even look at my boy Rudo, bro. Look at my guy. My boy Jabber. Nah, bro. Nah, this series is fire. And if y'all in the shonen and you're not reading Gotchi Akuda, y'all gotta step it up. Y'all gotta step it up. Y'all gotta step it up. If you're not reading Gotchi Akuda, you gotta step it up. Weak Hero. Now, I started this And I don't know who got bricked, but someone got bricked. This little guy is a menace. This little guy is a menace. I could tell it's kind of, it seems like a power fantasy so far, but you know, I'm all for people who do terrible shit getting their brains busted on the side of the street. So if you're into that, you should read this one. I haven't gotten that far, but you should read it. Viral hit. Now, this is a fantastic series. This is one of the first web comics or webtoons I've actually truly just was hooked. I was hooked on this, man. And this shit was fire. Fire. One of the best webtoons I've read in a very long time. If you're into fighting, like if you're in a fighting series, you would really enjoy Viral Hit. I know a lot of you, if you're watching this video, you're on YouTube, you already know how YouTube works. It's like a YouTuber simulator with fighting in it, and it's awesome. And you should 100% read this. This is, if you're gonna take anything away from this video, is read this webtoon immediately. This is fantastic. Season 2 started of it. You know, I think the writing stuff has changed. I think the writing staff has changed over to like a big team of writers now, and things don't seem as, you know, as great as they were at the start. But man, does this have a really good plot? Seriously, I think everyone should read this. It's a fantastic webtoon. Gokurakugai. Now this one has been on my radar for a while because of this character design. Look at that. How do you not want to read this? How do you see her and say, I don't want to read this? It doesn't make any sense to me. But once again, if you're into action, fantasies, supernatural, crime, gang, red light district, I'm just reading off what's on the screen. if you're into cool action and stuff, if you're into cool character designs and world building and stuff like that, you know, basically things that make a good manga, you should probably start reading this while it's fresh, you know. As of the first volume, I wouldn't say it's amazing so far, but I don't think it's trying to be like amazing right now. You know, I don't think it's trying to really stand out so far. While its world has interesting characters, we've yet to truly start learning about them and processing them. So I think eventually this will grow into something truly amazing. As of right now, it's not like mandatory, but if you want to hop on that train before it starts trailing off, take this as a recommendation. This is my series that's sort of my shot in the dark. This will either be really good or it'll just be the same monster of the week shit. But we'll see. Jetsu Kaizen. I don't think I had to introduce you guys to this at all. I don't think I need to introduce you guys to Jetsu Kaizen at all, but let me tell you, my feelings on Jetsu Kaizen change like every day. Not every day, but like every couple months my feelings on this show change. Or manga change. And I say, man, I just don't give a shit. Like for a while the Killing Games is going on and I was just like, man, I just don't give a fuck, you know? Like I really don't care, and I feel like, I don't know, maybe I feel like it thinks it's better than me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Maybe I'm reading it and I'm just like, I feel like this manga thinks it's better than me. And it probably is. I think it's the way Akitami writes. Like, what is that one meme someone made? Here it is. This shit is so fucking funny. This is peak fiction. My motion work punch leverages the Doppler effect, where when I match the wavelength and the wind displacement with the specific colors, it provides repeating attacks of the energy of each crest. There are two types of waves. Waves that do not require a medium. Waves that propagate in a medium within 0.05 seconds of my technique activation. I have to decide if I want to use one or two, but there's also a three if I want to use my technique in a higher dimensional space. However, there are other cases. One, the observer is stationary to the medium. The observer is a moving observer. In this case, the transmission velocity of the waves of my cursed energy may differ. I'll choose one and two. And then it's just Yuji punching them. I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh yeah, JJK bad at explaining, it has a lot of text, I don't know what's going on. And like most of the time I do know what's going on, but the thing is, it's just so funny. It's so funny because there's truth in it, man. Right? I understand why it's like that. It's because this show is more like JoJo than it is like Naruto. It's more like Hunter than it is like what's another shonen that exists? Like any other shonen, because Hunter be doing it different. It's very problem solving in the way that it handles its battles, and that makes a lot of sense to me. You know, you can tell Akutami is a fan of stuff like Hunter. You know, so it makes a lot of sense, but sometimes it really feels like it's trying to be better than me. Speaking of Hunter, I know this don't need any introduction, but I've started reading Hunter again. Because Tagashi came back. I'm not sure as long he's gonna be back, so you know, I decided, you know what, let me catch up in his honor. Let me catch up in his honor. Let me be there for him when he needs me. And so far, the manga has been pretty cool. It's very wordy. And I feel like we can get certain information along without having to have as much words, you know. But Higashi likes writing, and you know what? I don't want to be called illiterate, but you know, sometimes I just be reading it, I'm like, you know what? Let me do this later. But Hunter x Hunter, it's doing its thing. You know, there's a reason it's so loved. There's a reason I love it. It's good. Dandadan, yeah, you don't need to fucking talk about Dandadan. I know how I feel about fucking Dandadan. Dandadan is fucking sick. It's awesome. It's great. Some people have been saying, oh, it's growing old on me. And I say, oh, how about you go fuck yourself? Sakamoto Days. Woo! Sakamoto Days is one of the few manga I've read that I enjoyed, that I said, you know what? Let me slow down. I'm going too fast. Let me slow down. Let me stop reading. Let me put it down for a bit so I have some more chapters to read later. Because my god, is this series so much fun. This series is a blast. And if you guys aren't reading it, you gotta get on that shit. Get on the Sakamoto Days train. It's probably gonna get an anime adaptation soon. But fuck, who knows how long it'll take. If you guys like the choreography and the fights in Jetsu Kaizen when it's moving, you guys will love Sakamoto Days. Yeah, there's strategy involved, but it's a lot more light in its action. It's a lot more light in its tone. It's a very different series from Jujutsu Kaisen, while sort of having a very similar momentum in its action and its fight scenes. It's awesome. Seriously, read it. Bakuan Retu. I don't know how to pronounce this. This is a delinquent series, a very dark delinquent series about a young boy getting involved in gang life in Japan in the 80s. And my god, is it dark. My god, is it awesome. This is seriously a fantastic series. I'm only on volume 3 now, I think. And man, is it great. Characters are fantastic. The story's great. Main character, like, it shows, so far it's been showing the real horrors of delinquency. You know, the real bad side of it, the things that latch on. You think, oh, maybe it's a good thing that things aren't like this that much anymore, you know? Maybe it's a good thing things are a bit different now. Tokyo Revengers. This series, Tokyo Revengers, it's not perfect. I've done a review on this series. You can check it out. It's on my channel. It's totally serious. This series isn't perfect. It's far from it in a lot of ways. It's very flawed. But I don't expect this series to be perfect. I think this series could be better. But what it does at its peaks are really fun. And if you guys are looking for something really just fun to read, enjoyable, I highly recommend this. I really do. You know what? That wraps it up. You guys have any questions about any stuff you've seen on here? Any stuff like this on here? Got any questions? Let me know. And I'll gladly answer. Because I'm here for you. That's my motto.